Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Goat. Yay!
Yeah,
And
yeah,
happy Thanksgiving and Goatsgiving. What a
yes, the same to
great day
you.
to be alive, guys. It's so wonderful today. And we're doing a remote special I'm coming to you from Iowa, Jefferson, Iowa, in my hometown where I'm hanging out with my folks and my sister and my family. And what are you doing today, Dee?
Actually, this is going to be one of my first Friendsgiving, and since I actually moved here, so I'm like 14 years, so that's kind of crazy. Even last year didn't really have one with COVID, even just had a private one. So yeah, this is going to be
Right.
pretty fun. I'm excited.
All right. That sounds awesome. So what are your traditions that you guys usually do on Thanksgiving?
Wow, wow. Back when I was in high school, I remember having more of the traditional Thanksgiving, but since we were in college, or I went to college, my family didn't necessarily do that as much. We moved to Tennessee, so
Right.
really Chinese food started becoming the average. And you'd be amazed at how many people actually do that.
I
We some
know.
restaurants we go to that we see the same people that are regulars, like we're regulars.
I've heard that because when you really think about it, a lot of families do two or three Thanksgivings. You go
Very
here,
true.
you eat this, and you're eating all the same stuff. It's like you go and have the turkey or whatever one day, but boy, do Chinese too. I love that.
And there was a
So,
time we used to do one of the buffets because they had always that Thanksgiving meal. So if you wanted to have the meal Thanksgiving, yeah.
right. That's great. So, you know what? That brings us to, what a little bit of what I want to talk about today is giving.
Hmm.
And why do we give and why is giving important? It's Thanksgiving Day. It's about giving but you know what? We don't really think about it in our everyday life. Why do we give, Dee? Why do we want to give people, do things for people, give to the homeless, give to people that are less fortunate than us? Why would we want to do that at all?
I mean, holistically, it's in part could be even selfish. You want to fulfill something, you want to or feel something, or you want
Yeah,
maybe a status. Uh, Outside of that, it's you saw a need, you know, and if you
yeah.
saw a need, you wanted to fulfill that need, which again, that's a good feeling for a lot of people.
But we see needs all the time. We
Very
see
true.
people homeless out there all the time. What is it in us that makes us want to give? And I will tell you from my personal experience, it's 100% selfish for me, dude. I mean, I love to give, but it's for me. I don't want recognition. I don't want those things,
Right.
but I give because I want to feel better. And I know if I can help somebody, if I can give them a skill that they didn't have before and it changes their life, or even money, it's not about, I love you. I really do, but I'm doing it for, I want to feel better.
Hmm.
And I don't think that's a bad thing
No, no, I don't think so either.
because we're helping people, and I love to give to help people. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But when I give, I get something that's bigger than than a gift. It's when I give somebody, like, let's just say you go in to a store and a mom is buying her kids Christmas presents and she doesn't have enough money, and you give her enough money. What does that do to you?
Right. To me personally,
Yeah, when you give and it
definitely
really
makes me feel
matters.
good. It makes me feel like it makes me feel, it's funny because like you can attribute it to a couple of different words. Feeling that you matter, feeling that you are making a difference, feeling that
Right.
you did a deed. Like there's a lot of feelings that come from that, man. Yeah. I didn't even think about that until
Right.
you really said that.
And that's the important piece of giving, I think, is not necessarily we give to be selfish, but we give, and when we see what we give, we feel better. In
Hmm.
essence, we're all trying to feel better, aren't we?
Very true. Very, very, very true.
So it's like
And I've
when we
always I've
give,
always looked at that too, Jeff. When it comes to giving, I've always looked at it like, because I'm a man of faith. So we talk about to give is to receive, and to
yeah,
the other word phrase is to love your neighbor as yourself. And I always
right,
thought that we look at that so not the right way in perspective, because to truly love your neighbor means you have to truly love yourself with that statement. And that's also
bingo,
selfish. Like, I need to know the
yes,
standard of gift that I want, so I give
right,
you a good gift. I'm not just going to give you something because I'm giving, because we have
right,
to. It's the season. Our office is giving a gift party. This is what we do
right,
in tradition, versus, oh, you know what? This is perfect for you. When I saw it, I felt something in me that for you.
right.
There's so much that goes into that.
Yes, and then giving becomes like a challenge or like something that we want more of in our life because we get that adrenaline rush. We get that. And think about that. When you get that adrenaline rush from giving selfishly, it's like giving is good and we're helping people and all that. But if you make it about yourself as a performer, as a person that wants to do better, the more that you get a give, the better you're going to feel about yourself. How does that affect performance?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a selfish act in a lot of ways, but I tell all my athletes, guys, you got to work with kids younger than you. You've got to give back to the sport. You've got to encourage kids and so all my athletes that I work with, that's part of their regimen is
Mm-hmm.
they have to give because I know what it does to them mentally is they're going to feel better about themselves. And that's what my role is as a performance coach is the better you feel about yourself, the better you're going to perform.
Yeah. That's for sure.
So think about your team right now. Dee's got a team. It's Thanksgiving. If he took that team and you went and raked three old ladies, old persons, politically correct, three elderly people's yards, and those kids got to see what it did for them,
Mm-hmm.
what would that do to the unity and the connection and the common goal and all that of bonding that team?
There's this, especially with this group, since you mentioned it, it's specifically special. There's not too many teams that have been together for as long as they have within my aspect of this program, and I've gotten to sit at
Yeah.
other schools with this particular program. And one of the experiences they've got, at least some of them have gotten to experience, is kind of like a Maccabi Games, which is a national junior Olympics event for 13 to 16-year-old kids. And one of the things that they do every time is they have to give as a team. So not only is this
Yes.
one team given, but you'll see
Yes.
every delegation from all the cities and states and countries that are coming here, hundreds of them, and we all are doing 5 different service projects, whether it's building shoes for
Yes.
people that need shoes in Africa, whether it's packing bags for people to have food during the
Dude,
holidays, like,
yes.
and to see the camaraderie. But I can also say, I also saw the selfishness in not the giving. I saw the selfishness of people there, but didn't even participate. Was mad that
Ooh.
they had to do it, but yet it's funny how that whole dynamic of giving and
Yeah.
where you are in it comes into play. I've never thought
Right.
about it as much. That I always thought giving was for the other person. You want to do it for
Right.
them. I says,
I
but
did most of my life. Yeah. It's like I'm giving for them. Yeah, I'm good. It's good. But until I was able to internalize it and feel better about myself for giving, that makes me want to give more. And it's so contagious on a team, on in a group. It's like you're giving to all your teammates, and if they have the same philosophy, that's just like in business. You know what?
yes,
More people that are out there giving for you, but the only way you're going to get that is by giving to them. Yes, it's a selfish act in some ways, but in the great big picture, we do it because we want to feel better. That's not selfish.
absolutely.
We all deserve to feel good. And if we can get that good feeling by giving Habitat for Humanity or doing these different things, we're going to feel better. And that's the goal. That's what we want.
Yes. Wow.
So I'm thinking about today is Thanksgiving and a message that I wish I could send to people out there for Thanksgiving? You know, I think we all have the opportunity today and every day, but today especially. If you think, who and what am I going to give today? And be specific with it. Like, pick a person, pick somebody, and you're going to give them a gift today. You're going to make them feel good. You're going to listen to them. You're going to be there for them. Give them a present, make them a meal, do something special for somebody, and see how that makes you feel. You know what? If you're able to give today on Thanksgiving and observe how you feel about it, wouldn't that be great if we could flip that switch and all of a sudden you're starting to get addicted or you feel really good about giving?
Yeah,
What would that do to our world, man? What would that do to all of us?
it would change. It would definitely
Yeah,
change.
right. So D, let's say
Yeah.
today, who would you like, pick a person, who would you like to do something special for?
Sad thing about it, not sad. Great thing about it, I have too many people that come to mind. I literally had
Right.
4 people immediately. Obviously, my mom, my brother, but Charity, because I know she's actually going through something right now. So yeah,
Yeah.
I got a couple options, and I got a couple specific things that I could do in that category.
That makes me smile. You know, I had this morning, D, I had 3 or 4 people, just old clients and people that I know, wish me happy Thanksgiving.
Mm,
They might not know what they did for me. They probably don't know what they did for me. When they said happy Thanksgiving out of the blue, haven't seen some of them in a year or two, and it's like they were thinking of me on Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Think of that gift that they gave to me.
Mm,
I've been smiling all morning because of it. You know, one of them, the next football Hall of Famer, and it just, I'm like, dude, you were thinking of me on Thanksgiving. What a gift.
that is that is probably one of the most overlooked, easy thing to do consistently. And you
Yeah.
can also, what I've learned, you can automate it. What I mean by that is Big Bob, one of our close friends, he had made a comment to me when we were having one of our mentor sessions. He was saying, I just thought today, let me send some messages to people I haven't talked to in a while. And the message simply, hey, thought about you, haven't talked in a while, hope everything's going
Right.
great. That's it. But he sent it to about 20 people and he
Wow.
went through his phone, like, who have I not talked to? Like, oh my God, that guy. Oh my God, that person. Oh,
Love that.
and then the connection that it brought right back to him, and how that, I mean, it was amazing. Just like you said, it made them feel good because, oh my God, dude, I was actually
Yes.
thinking about you too. And
Right.
so it's I encourage everyone to the minimum do that
Yes.
to 5 people. Five
Let's
people.
do that. That's our challenge.
Five
Five
people.
people. You have to reach out to 5 people today that you haven't talked to in a long time and just say happy Thanksgiving, or more if you want, but you've got to wish them a happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to do it right when we're done.
Yep. I love it.
I do too.
Saying
So
thanks to
that is the
5 people today.
challenge, and see what it does for you. That this is the part that we want to change, the inside, how we feel about ourselves. Being a performance coach, everybody wants to feel better. Everybody wants to be happier. They want to win more. They want to be successful. This is a guaranteed win.
Mm-hmm.
If you learn how to give and feel great about it, then you're going to get addicted to that feeling. It's a
It's very
guaranteed
powerful.
win. Yeah. And when we give, we get. That's just the way life
Mm-hmm.
works.
Now, one thing I did want to, because again, a lot of athletes and coaches, you're going to thank me for this, are on break right now. But one of the biggest things that you can give to your team is to not take the break. Work out a little bit. Do something in your weakness to get better. Do something that your team needs you to do to get better. That is a huge part of that sacrifice that goats make is I do have some time off, but I'm going to repurpose that time off to continue to get what I want out of it. So
Right.
I encourage all athletes to go ahead and do one thing that can help you become a goat during the Thanksgiving time.
You're sending a subliminal message to your team, right?
Just a little.
Hey,
Just a
guys.
little.
I love that. I think that is great. And you know what? You're right on, dude. It's like now is the time. It's like most people are taking it off. Don't be that person that's taking it off. Right now is your season, especially in basketball, wrestling. It's like now's the time to grow.
Absolutely.
I love that. So I want to kind of wrap up, D, and just say if anybody out there wants to take their game to the next level, reach new heights and learn to control and master the mental skills along with controlling anxieties and fears and doubts. If you're struggling with any of these, that's what Coach D and I do, is we help athletes overcome some of those challenges and take their game to the next level by learning skills that pros use, how to focus, how to get into the zone, how to relax. All those skills you could be learning now if you're struggling in those areas or you want to take your game to the next level. So please reach out, give us a call, and we'll see if we can help you. And we believe we can help you take your game to the next level. I want to end with, D, I want you to have a very, very happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you, Jeff. Much appreciated. And I'm so thankful for you, my man. Thank you for the friendship, first and foremost. Thank you for the mentorship as far as continuing to help me grow as a coach and as a person. I really appreciate that.
D, I've absolutely loved our journey together. It's been amazing. You've stuck with me, and I feel really good about where we're at right now. I love that you have this giver mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You have given so much to me, so much to the kids, the families, the parents. I couldn't be more honored to work with anybody that would have that kind of attitude. You just believe in what you do, and you want kids to have more fun.
Oh yeah.
So that's what it's all about, dude. And I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and I look forward to talking to you all next week. Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.